We usually talk about the professional vocal chain from a music production perspective, but now today we're gonna talk about from the singer's perspective and why it's so important for someone that doesn't have so many, knowledge about music production to know the gear, to know some tips, and get better results on the recordings. So every singer should know about his gear. I mean, in general idea, what are the types of the microphones, what are the types of compressors, what should be the a better vocal chain than just using plugins. What should be like what you should use, what you should use, what you invest in, and get better results with outboard gear. That way, you're more effective in the studio. Even in your studio, you know better when to use that type of gear or how to use it. The bad thing about the plugins is like you get some sound out of it, but usually it's not the sound that you hear so many years in your favorite records. That's why they don't work in such a professional way, just as the album gear work. I mean, I've been using so many years plugins. If you just use plugins on your audio interface, like a basic one, you can get the results out of a professional studio with all the outboard gear, the console, the tape, and all that. I mean, it doesn't work like this. I wish I had better news, but it doesn't work like this. You can get some results, of course. Yes, you can get songs and productions out of it, but it's not the real thing to my ears and from what I've been learning so many years and what I've been using. So digging a little bit deeper about what's the perfect vocal chain is the right mic, what I'm calling right mic. Usually it's going to be a condenser mic, but it's going to be more dense, has more clarity and has more of an information. Then it's going to be the compressor. Either it's going to be 2A or 3A. I'm using 3A Junior. Or it's going to be 1176 or Fertile. It can be a combination of compressors. It can be like 1176 and maybe then in 2A, then 1176 going to take the picks, and you can take some timbre and some more smoothness from the 2A. Then it's going to be EQ. I don't have an EQ. I haven't done the investment yet, but it can be like a Pultic EQ or general Neve EQ or whatever EQ you have. Then, and the most important part of it that the most of us don't know about it, I was researching it and I just bought it and I invested that. A tape emulator, like a Neve tape emulator, the 542. Or whatever you're gonna find. Plugins, okay. I said my my thing about plugins. I don't really recommend that. You can save some money and just invest in a proper outboard gear. And then of course audio interface. Audio interface matters as well. That's why the professional ones cost so much money, but they have better converters, and they have the bypass mic input as well, so you can use your outboard mic preamps without using anything from the audio interface, which is a cool effect. And of course cables matter too, and of course room acoustics matter too. If you don't have room acoustics better than the usual living room stuff, it won't work again. You have to use like maybe vocal booth, like a DIY vocal booth can work too, or you have like panels in your studio, in your control room to just eliminate all the all that RE60 thing, Cobb's thing. It's you're gonna hear that later on, and you're gonna blame the mic and all that, but it's gonna be the acoustics that you have to blame. So invest in that as well. Usually when I record, it's gonna be usually from 3 to 6 dBs. And sometimes when I scream, it's gonna be even 12, 18 dBs. And not hearing too much, especially if you're using like a divider bridge compressor, that kind of thing. It sounds amazing. Haven't used that one, but I have many good comments on that. The 3.8 tuner I have, you can hear the compressor, but it's musical, good way. Where do you start then? I will start from acoustics, then get a better mic, then get better or compressor if you don't have at all, and then you can go, tape for sure, and then maybe some EQ, and then of course vocal line would be like get better audio interface, and with that you can complete a perfect vocal chain. Even if you don't have them, you should go to the studio. You now know some things about what you can get out of different mics, maybe in combination with compressors, maybe with compressors where how much you can compress, and what it could be like the perfect vocal chain. If you want more, you can sign up with my free vocal course. It's gonna help you with your voice, better warm up, and get some cool tips about singing better as well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you next video. Bye bye.